Good morning, guys. Tony Maritato here, and in today's video I want to talk to you about 3 main naming conventions for those of you who have not chosen a name for your physical therapy business. Now, you might be a mobile provider, you might be a brick and mortar provider, you might be cash-based, Medicare-based, hybrid. There is a countless variety of ways you can structure your business, but choosing a name is one of those things that stalls the progress of launching your business. And I want to help you kind of see how naming conventions have changed from 20 years ago and give you a framework to figure out how you're going to choose the best name for your business. So 20 years ago, 15 years ago, if you would have come to me and asked me about naming, the advice would have been completely different from today. I would have told you absolutely, positively do not use your personal name in the name of your business. You want to keep it as separate from you as possible, as generic from you as possible. For example, the name of my business is Total Therapy Solutions. I don't specify physical therapy. I don't specify anything specific. Total is all-encompassing. You have no idea what kind of therapy is. But that was because we were looking at moving into skilled nursing, assisted living. We were looking at our outpatient orthopedic, neuro. We were looking at doing lots of things. And so we intentionally chose a very generic, broad range name. And we didn't want it tied to ourselves. We didn't want to be the ones delivering all of the services. We wanted to be able to sell the business. A big portion of our exit strategy was to sell. So when we chose that name, it was as broad and generic as possible. Now, that was before YouTube, that was before Facebook, that was before Instagram and TikTok and all of the social media feeds. And I would say my advice to someone today starting a company is understand the 3 naming conventions. I'll mention those in a minute. And don't be as scared to tie yourself, your personality to the brand. Because we see celebrities constantly launching new products, launching new businesses. We saw Mr. Beast launch a line of hamburger stands. We saw him launch a line of chocolate bars. And they're instantly successful businesses because he's leveraging the name Mr. Beast. We see it with Dwayne Johnson launching a tequila brand. We see it with Kim Kardashian. The power of a personal brand of you as a human being is so incredibly powerful. And I would tell you that now I've got a YouTube channel. I've got multiple social media followings. They're all me. I don't make any of my staff do videos because they're not comfortable with it. But even though every single piece of promotional content that I share, it's all me. When a patient arrives at my clinic, I don't deliver patient follow-up services. I might do an evaluation, but it's my team that delivers the patient care experience that I've kind of laid out there. I'm not the one treating patients. So you absolutely can build a personal brand, build a community, build a tribe, as Seth Godin would say, and you would still be able to exit that. You'd still be able to sell that with brand equity, not like it was 20 years ago. So the 3 naming kind of structures there that I like to look at is, of course, location-based naming. So if I was going to open a brick and mortar clinic and I knew that I wasn't going to expand into, multi-state, multi-area franchise, I'd probably just name it based on the physical location or the city. So when we started down in Sarasota, Florida, I originally chose the name Siesta Key Physical Therapy, because we were on Siesta Key. Siesta Key is an island. There's a geographic barrier there that keeps locals who don't want to go over the bridge, especially in the busy season, coming to me. So I wanted people, as soon as they saw the name, to know, oh, this physical therapy clinic is on Siesta Key. And then we had a second clinic called Osprey Physical Therapy because of the city of Osprey, and a third clinic called Lakewood Ranch Physical Therapy because of the location of Lakewood Ranch. They were all in Sarasota, but each of those little geographies kind of had their own naming structure. I know physical therapists who name it after themselves because they've built such a social media following. They want to leverage that name. So this would be personal brand-based naming. You've got location-based naming, you've got personal brand-based naming, and then you've got specialty-focused based naming. So this might be the therapist who's a manual therapist, certified manual therapist, or a certified hand therapist, or a pediatric specialist, or some other specialization within the profession. You want clients to know that you're not just general ABC physical therapy, that you are highly specialized in this one specific area. And if it's a branded specialization, somebody might actually be searching for that. So like an MDT specialist, somebody might actually be searching for MDT physical therapy and find you as a branded provider for that. Total Motion Release, that's a branded name. If you're a provider certified through them, somebody might be searching for total motion release therapy in my area, you might show up. So those are the three naming kind of frameworks: location-based naming, specialty-focused naming, and personal brand naming or personal brand-based naming. All of them will work, you know, and then you get into, are you going to use a branded name, non-branded name? Are you going to stay generic, broad, or specific? I would tell you that in the current economy, 2022, moving into 2023, consumers want to connect with humans. They don't want to connect with generic brands. And so it is way easier for you to present yourself as a human, share your story, share your experiences, even if you're just getting started, and people will gravitate toward you because your message, your voice, your inflections resonates with the individual patient. There's nothing worse than a patient walking into a physical therapy clinic and having no idea who the physical therapist is, what the physical therapist is going to expect them to do. I think that keeps more people out of physical therapy as patients than, you know, the cost or anything else. So guys, I would love to know, how did you choose the name of your business, either mobile or brick and mortar? What were some of the considerations? And then if you want to check the full article, I'll put it on my learnmedicarebilling.com website, and I'll post that link down in the description.